This is the X-Men Origins Wolverine comic series deluxe pack Deadpool with missile cannon. The figure is part of the first wave of the X-Men Origins Wolverine deluxe packs, and it's a little bit old. I know this is not as recent as I wanted it to be, but I recently got a 18th scale Vespa, so I decided, this guy was just hung up on one part of my wall, and I decided to open him up finally, and so here he is. So he looks pretty cool on the Vespa. The Vespa is, if in case you're wondering, a 1/18th scale from Maisto. I got it on clearance for about $2, just a little over $2, $2.50 I think, $2.40 at our local retail toy store. So if you're looking for that Vespa, it's by Maisto. Yeah. Okay. That's that. On to the figure. He looks really cool in it though. So yeah, the Vespa rolls very well, has working handlebars and steering. Really fits Deadpool. Let's stand him up. The figure is actually an updated version of the first released Deadpool figure, the comic series, Wave 1 comic series. I think it's Wave 1, not Wave 1 or Wave 2. Yep, Wave 1. Deadpool. And as you can see, they've done a little bit of upgrading or update. Swords are, I think, still the same. He doesn't have the gun or the sai. They've updated his straps or web belt or whatever part of his costume. Looks a little bit better. Yeah, I think the Deadpool face, mask face right there looks a lot better than this one. The head sculpt, I think is still the same. Nope, this one is slightly bigger. Yep. So generally, overall, it's a better figure, but with less accessories. So it's really up to you. If you can't track down both figures, fear not. Hasbro has announced that they will be releasing a 2-pack, comic book 2-pack with the Taskmaster. So you want to look out for that. The figure has basic Marvel Universe articulation. It's got a ball-jointed neck that actually, I'm cheating right now. It's actually, if you want to snap on the head all the way in, he's always staring down, so which is kind of boring. The only way you can make him look up is you pop off the head just a little bit, and he'll look up. Bit of a shame, but it's there. Then he's got a ball-jointed torso, ball hinge shoulders and elbows, a swivel wrist, ball hinge hips, thigh swivel, and double jointed knees. Oh, as well as a ball hinge ankle. So pretty cool. Now the figure comes again, as I said, with 2 katanas or 2 samurai swords, which fit nicely on both hands, and even has the sheaths or scabbards at the back. They're molded in. I don't think you can remove them. So that's that. Come on, it doesn't have a base. So here is a quick look at the package. Okay, let's just put it there. That's the packaging and the rest of the assortment. So there. And the figure really comes with, this is really the main gimmick. He's got this big ass gun that looks like a spacecraft, and yeah, you fold out the legs. What you can do is go ahead and sheath the swords. Yeah, put his hands this way. It's got handlebars right there, which he can hold if you want to, and you can actually just stick him in like that. And he even has a scope that you can put over his eye, I think, like that. And there he is, Deadpool, ready for battle. The launcher comes with 2 firing missiles that fire at the push of the button on the sides. So very cool. But yeah, quite interesting. A very interesting take on what Deadpool would bring into battle. But yeah, not really too keen on this figure set. The only reason I bought it was because it was on clearance at half off. So went ahead and got him. So there you go. That's the end of the review for X-Men Origins Wolverine, the deluxe set of Deadpool with missile cannon. That's the end of this review. I hope it's been informative and helpful in some ways. If you're still tracking it down, by all means try to find it, but don't pay more than retail price. Try to get on clearance if you want to. Okay, for those of you not interested, I'm going to do a vlog right now, a vlog or vlog. If you're not interested, just go ahead and close the video and you can go watch my other videos. I wanted to do well, first I wanted to say thank you. I've been well over 4,000 subscribers, 4,100 I think. I'm not sure. But over 4,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for all the support you guys give me. It's very encouraging. I do apologize if sometimes I come off too strong with my comments. But you have to understand, I reply to almost every comment on my video. And I like to thank everyone for just really trying to share with me their thoughts and whatnot. Now, having said that, I do have a list of frequent, excuse me. My throat's been bothering me the whole day, a couple days now. Frequently asked questions that I get from the comments, and I'd like to answer them just to save a lot of you trouble. So if you're the type who likes to ask me a lot of questions on my videos, that's all well and good. I like that. I like answering your questions. I like interacting with ideas. But there are a few questions that really get repeated, and not that I mind it. It's just that I'd like to save you some of the trouble by answering them, because I always answer the same way. Okay, first one is, where'd you get that? I get that asked a lot. Now, I get my stuff only from two places. Well, two to three places. I get most of my stuff on retail. So if I have it, that means it's already out on retail. Unless I specifically say that I got it at Our Toys, which is a hobby shop a friend of mine owns at Green Hills. It's a local shopping area here in Manila. Or I write it down in the note section at the bottom of the video that I got it at Our Toys, or advertise Our Toys. So it's either I got it at Our Toys or I got it on retail. Retail means I got it at local Toys R Us, Toy Kingdom, Rustan's, Toy Town, a Landmark, a local toy store here in Manila, and I get about 80% of my figures there. The small 1-2% figures I get is really from my brother who works in the U.S. He gets it for me at Amazon, and that's the only online store I get stuff from. But that's 1%, 2% of all this stuff I get. So if I have it on video, if I'm doing a review on it, chances are it's already out on retail here in Manila. So where'd I get it? On retail. Okay. Are you gonna get this figure? Are you gonna get that figure? My answer is always, I don't plan on getting figures until I actually see them in the store shelf. When I actually see it up close, that's when I decide. I mean, there are a bunch of figures that I'd love to get, but I never make a decision until I actually see it in packaging, up close and personal. So my answer would be, I'll make the decision when I see it. Okay? When is it coming out in the US or in the UK or in Canada? I get asked this a lot. It's fine. I'm not complaining at all. It's just that I don't live in the US. I don't live in the UK. I don't live in Canada. I live in Manila, the Philippines. The only place I know where stuff is probably coming out, is in Manila. The rest of the world, I have no idea, because I just don't live there. Okay. Do you think Hasbro will do this? Will do a repaint? Will do that? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't work for Hasbro. I don't want to speculate, because Hasbro just does what they want to do. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. It challenges the imagination. Okay, where are you from? I think a lot of you find it. I think some of you, not a lot, just some of you find it weird that a guy from the Philippines speaks English this way. There are a lot of us who speak this English this way. It's just that, a lot of people just know what the Philippines is like based on CNN or BBC. I mean, there's a lot more to the Philippines than what a lot of people think. I mean, the best boxer in the world, pound for pound, is from the Philippines. You can't beat that. So I live in Manila. I live in a city called Muntinlupa. It's a nice, quaint little city, about 500,000 population. And Manila is the capital of the Philippines. The Philippines is in Asia, for some of you who are not familiar with the geography, in Southeast Asia. If you know where Hong Kong is, or where Indonesia is, or where China is, we're very near there. Okay, how do you pose your figures? I mean, people ask me that. I don't know. It just happens. I know, it just doesn't happen. I mean, but to me, I look at a figure, I try to see what's the best pose, the best light, a characteristic of the figure, what he's like, what the personality is, and I read a lot of comic books when I was a kid, when I was growing up in high school, grade school, and excuse me, my throat is really bothering me. Um, and I get the poses from the comic books I read, so just based on the character and the personality, that's how I derive the pose. And it also helps a lot that I'm a little bit creative and artistic. Well, thank you. Um, we're almost done. Which should I get? Do I get this figure, or do I get that figure, or do I get... Well, my answer would always be, it's really up to your preference. And one opinion can differ from them. My opinion can be different from yours. My suggestion is pick priorities. With the limited amount of funds you have, if you have unlimited funds, get everything. If you have a limited amount of money, you're on a tight salary or a budget allowance, prioritize. Which are the toy lines you want to get? For me, it's Transformers and Star Wars. Sometimes Marvel, sometimes G.I. Joe. But it's really just Transformers and Star Wars for me. And I have Deadpool. But I'm attracted to a lot of toys, but I prioritize. NECA figures are way below priority. It's really up to you. Which figure should I get? Which scale? If you like the small figures, if you like variety, if you like regular assortments, then you get a smaller one because Hasbro is going that way. If you like limited variety and just more articulation, well, not more articulation, but better details or a bigger scale, then you go for bigger figures. It's really up to you. Okay. And finally, I get a lot of requests, or sometimes they tell me, when are you going to review this, when are you going to review that. My answer is always stay tuned, because I don't know. I do have a regular job. I am a pastry chef. Some of you may know I do run a bake shop, a small line of really, really small bake shops. I do a lot of cooking. I do supervise my staff. I supervise deliveries and all that. I do have a job. This is not my main line. So, not that I'm complaining. I'm not. I love doing this. It's just I have no fixed schedule when I'm going to do a review. And normally, being quite the emotionally attached person to a figure, I normally review something when I feel like it. So I do hope you bear with me. Just be patient. It's going to come. Speaking of which, the at is long overdue, and it's coming. It's coming. Just haven't had to figure it out a chance. I haven't had a chance to figure out how exactly I'm going to review that thing, but... So there, once again, thank you. Thank you for asking the questions. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I'm going to try and do my best, come up with better reviews, more reviews. And until then, have a good time collecting. Try to save as much money as you can. Try to get stuff on clearance. And, damn, coming down with something. And just have fun at it. Okay, this is a hobby. This is not supposed to be your be all and end all. It's just something for fun. So there you go. My very extended vlog. Thanks for watching.